Well, today's day is October 29th, 2022. Day 2, or episode 2, can you believe it? I held up my bargain, gonna do this daily. So last night was a tough night again. The fear, for some reason my mind keeps going way, way out there, months and months and months. But the cool thing is, it is what it is, it's settling in. Taking the leap is the dream, and it really is the whole part of doing it. I've been working my butt off on trying to figure out what some of the big things are to make some money, what photography gigs are available, stuff like that. Lots of opportunity out there. Just getting out there and actually getting to it is one of the challenges. The energy level's super low, but I'm a yogi by heart. I've been practicing yoga for, I want to say, 10 years, about 10 years now, and I love it. Yoga has been one of my foundation, one of my cores, and has grounded me through just about every challenging thing in my life, and it's one of those go-to places for my happy spots. But I do find during the yoga practice it is pretty, the mind can get away from me and the breath brings it back, but it's a yin and yang match on where it goes. Of course, all my friends and family have been super awesome. Everybody's got the big rah-rah for me. Everybody's mentioning Martha Beck, Martha Beck, Martha Beck. So Martha Beck, yeah, I hear your voice a lot these days. I'm going to be listening to the Book of Integrity. I've already started that one, and a couple other podcasts by her, and quite a few other people that I've been listening to. It's really cool. They all pretty much say the same thing. Be kind to yourself. It's hard. Like, I won't lie to you. Like, man, oh man, I beat the shit out of myself every 10 minutes on what I've done. Why couldn't I wait a little longer? A few more years, I could have had everything in order and made this transition easily, but can you? I don't know. It just seems like when you're in a company for so long, every year you stay, you sell a bit more of yourself to that company, and you getting out of that company will never happen. So, was it the right time? Don't know. It's going to be interesting. Working on a few projects right a ways. I cracked open my Africa files because I was back in Africa, in Botswana in 2021, and I have yet to touch those files. There's just over 14,000 shots. Hopefully, if I can get 10% of them decent, I'll be pretty happy. That's kind of the workload that I was under when my full-time job. It was probably 50 to 60 hours a week. And then I had the photography business on the side, and then also the other business, photography business, that's the workshop business. And that was more recent and less work, but the photography business I've been really trying to pursue with all my passion. But that's kind of the crossroads I hit. Every time I got a paid gig, that would be cracked out pretty quick, but I'd be working till 1, 2 in the morning, and then I'd be up at 6 a.m. Yoga and off to work for the day, and then trying to balance life and still be present in day-to-day conversations with friends, family, my partner, but yet just know the workload every chance I got would be dedicated to something. At times there was probably 20-hour work days, if not, if there's an adventure involved, it was pretty much, there's a consequence for every adventure, because the adventure cost me time, and I really had to get that time back in one way or another, so it's a lot of lack of sleep. Sleep right now, not so good, but it's pretty interesting. I sat with a really cool human the other day there. He's quite a famous photographer. It's not hard to figure out who I was sitting with yesterday, but we were chatting about a couple plans on what I can start chasing, and I'm going to start chasing those probably in the next couple of days. One of the challenges is the next schedule is I leave for California in 4 days, and then I'm back for a week, and then I'm off to Namibia to host a workshop with Dave and Offbeat, and it's going to be pretty rad. Super excited about that. It's going to be the first workshop that I don't have my work cell phone in my back pocket trying to balance what is going on in the other world. And like when I was in Mongolia earlier this summer, people got to witness the workload where we would finish the workshop. Curtis and Paul would, I would jump back into the tent or would jump back into the gur, and they put their noise canceling headphones on. I would put my computer open and start the day job. They probably don't know about that, but they'll figure it out eventually. Um, I'd work probably 7 hours, 8 hours with them, get 2 hours of sleep, get up, and start the workshop again. And that's kind of the reason the life just isn't maintainable in that sense. And that's what really started pushing me towards I have to make the leap. And I'd love to make the leap in 2 years, because I probably would have put finances a little bit more in order. But who knows what 2 years holds? I have no idea what 2 years holds. It could hold a lot of different things, but it is interesting. I got all my camping gear. I got everything I need to have these adventures. A big win today is I'm speaking for doing a presentation tonight at one of the local clothing brand companies on Mongolia, ice to sand. So I'm super excited about that. Super nervous, of course, but super excited. My partner's down in New York right now. She's making amazing connections there, and she's excited. I'm still processing, trying to figure out how to get through this, but it's gonna be good. Last night, that's one thing. If you're gonna do this leap, and it's kind of funny. The dreams are pretty wild, and they're not drug induced, honestly. I I did think about doing some edibles there just to help out with some sleep, but I figured I'd just go to sleep and see what happened, and I was able to get a few hours sleep. But for some strange reason, I was dreaming that Paul and I were on a big adventure, and Lizzie was on the iceberg, and for somehow I was in a dinghy, and before I knew it, we had a big humpback whale underneath the dinghy. I jumped out of the dinghy, Paul rode to the side, and I jumped on the back of the humpback, and I rode this humpback whale for seemed like forever. Lizzie was running along the shore yelling at me, "Get off!" And Paul was in a dinghy waving his hands at me, and before I knew it, I was in Africa trying to figure out how to get back, and I was all alone there. And I don't know what happened to the whale, but I basically ended up on a dock in Africa, and it was an interesting feeling of all alone again and just trying to figure out a way. And I don't know what the hell that means. Probably nothing. But I thought I'd share that one because I don't want to forget that dream. And like I said, this log is mainly for just recollection of me, the different things I'm trying. But the biggest thing right now is just really trying to stay focused, really trying to get present. Being focused and present is really challenging because within a minute I can drift off into all the scary thoughts. Martha Beck's advice has helped on a few things, I'll tell you that. If you do this leap, get every little in scripture that she writes. Her biggest thing is just her wording on a few of the topics is burning, and that's probably the point I'm in right now, is in the fire, in the heat, and I'm basically in hell mode. I'm not very nice to myself right now, just with beating myself up over and over and over again in my head. Why did I do this? Why did I say that? Why did I think I could do this? All those little voices there that tell you can't. Martha Beck's advice was to seriously tell yourself every time, be kind to yourself, and I know that. I tell myself over and over again when the thoughts come in is I'm allowed to be at peace. And I know I am. I was at peace when I had the job, and why does a job define peace? There's no reason in the world. It really blows my mind how at such a young age we're told what we can and can't do. We enter the workforce and we're basically assimilated to work till one day we're not working. Either we die or we're able to retire. The lucky ones that can retire and they have good health, that's even more luck. And then they got 20 years, 30 years of retirement. But that's just not for me. And I don't understand why so many people I talk to hate their job, yet they're going to stay with it for another 20 years or 10 years and not chase that dream. Because I know it could be family, it could be you have kids, it could be so many things, but to not live your life and be selfish, because it is your life. If you got kids, I get it. And everything is for their success, but at what cost to yourself? And that's where I've been telling my friends is you have to chase your dream. I got a very close buddy, one of my best friends. He's been chasing his dream for probably 8 years, and he just hasn't made that final step. He wants to. We talk about it all the time, and he's looking at my situation now. We're teasing each other quite hard, but he's looking at my situation, and I hope it inspires him to do it. But I guarantee the moment he does it, if the roles will be reversed, he'll be calling me pretty upset. I'll be trying to support him the best I can, and we'll go from there. But it's a lot of ups and downs and all that great stuff. And like I said, these first couple episodes, I'm hoping to sharpen them up. I'm hoping to include some interviews. I'm hoping to include, if this works. But basically right now it's just getting the thoughts spilled out in real time, the scariness, the suckiness, the excitement, all that good stuff. It's right now 99.9% freaking scary. I'm not sure where that will go from there, but we'll figure each day out. Like I said, I got the big presentation tonight for Fairhaven, but on the brave face, the happy smiley guy will come out, because I'm good at faking that until I can make it. And I do know it's easy to do because it's always in there. I'm always happy somewhere in my head, and it's just finding that, I guess, finding that in all the burning and the hell and all that stuff that I'm currently processing. There's some little dude in the back corner of my earlobe, I'm sure, just having a heyday, probably laughing at me, knowing I'm going to find my way back to that happy spot, but it's not there yet. I've got the condo relisted. We dropped the price hugely because interest rates went up again. Market seems to stall. I don't know what I'm going to do with that situation. I got enough to live on for a bit, so I'm not going to try to let that stress me out. I don't want help from anybody. This is my road. This isn't for help. This is just, like I said, keep track of what's happening. Maybe I can turn it into some videos for people that go through this. I don't know. For the young guys or the young people that make this switch young in their careers and they become the big 100,000s and millions of followers and they make it quick, kudos. You guys inspire the heck out of me. I'm some old dude that is following his dream that he should have followed years and years ago, but the golden handcuffs, everything was so padded that you could do anything. Like the dental plan, the massages, everything's paid for, everything's covered. And now that I want to go for a massage and I gotta pay for it, it's like, first world problems. It's definitely something. The one thing that I keep reminding myself, especially now that I'm back in the African pictures that I'm editing, those are reminding me of what I saw there. And when I chatted with the people and the locals there, and the connection and the simplicity of what their life is. Simplicity not in a negative. Simplicity in their life is simple and full. Their family time, they're present, they're engaged, it's amazing the connection that they have with their surroundings. The entire village is connected in one way or another. And just that simplicity lifestyle. They are there, they contribute, they have fulfillment, and probably 90% of that fulfillment is sharing stories. And that's one of the big things with my photography, is sharing a story. It's sharing an emotion, it's sharing something. And that's part of the reason that I'm so addicted to world travel. It's just meeting people, it's hearing their story. Sharing a coffee and hearing somebody's story is one of the purest forms, and I think that's one of the biggest things that the first worlds nations are, or first world problems are, is we don't hear each other's stories. We want to tell our story. We want to tell. Oh, look what I'm doing right now. I guess I'm a hypocrite in that one, but the fact that we don't listen enough to our friends and we don't share enough of our stories. There's so many things that people don't want to talk about. It's really sad that we don't share those stories more. I think that's one of the things that is pushing me to do this. This isn't a story that I want shared. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It should be shared because a lot of people, I think, are scared when they do this. And if this helps them, great. If not, hey, it's easy to flick off this one and swipe to something that makes you laugh. But to me, this is just a simple story of an old dude enjoying life and gonna have the adventure of a lifetime. As you can tell, I'm a fiddler. I have to fiddle with everything, and when I'm talking on the camera here, it's not the most comfortable thing. In a year, I betcha it's gonna be quite unique. I probably have this pretty streamlined, and it's gonna be quite hilarious, I imagine, to watch these back to back throughout the year and just see where that is. And that's part of the plan, I guess, is after a year here, that's the 365 project that I'm committing to. I want to take snippets of every video out of this to make just a few minute video of just how it looks. Maybe I'll look younger, maybe I'll look older. I don't know. Maybe I'll look like I definitely need a better dental plan. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but I will make this more lively. I guarantee that. I'll share my days with editing. Make little videos throughout the day, and then I'll include that in these. But for now, it's just gonna be just a lot of mismatched information, what's going on in the head, and we'll see where it goes. But stay tuned. We'll see if any gigs pay up before I head off to Namibia and all that. Even in Namibia, I plan on doing this. I don't know if I'll be able to post every day while I'm there, but I will make a video and I will load those videos from Namibia. So, if anything, you'll see some Namibia sites. So, it'll be interesting. Anyways, I am way over my 10-minute mark. So, this will be just a longer one. I think the dream put me into a little spiral there of talking longer than I need to, but I'm definitely stoked. I can't wait to share my experiences of Pharaoh Raven tomorrow. Pharaoh Raven tomorrow. That's who I'm presenting with tonight, so I will definitely be sharing that experience. I'll be all bubbly and smiley, and can't wait to just talk about the adventures, because that's what I'm most passionate about. Anyways, have a good one. Talk to you tomorrow.